What is up, you guys? My name is Nita, and I am the owner of Nita's Fluid Woodworks. I am a woodworking artist. Today we're going to talk about my sanding station setup, my dust extraction, my sanders, what I use, what I like, what I don't, what would I do different, how did I get where I'm at as far as the sanding stuff and how I picked it out and everything like that. So primarily, what do I work with? I work with wood and I work with resin. That's pretty much it. Okay, so as far as my sanders go, what do I use and why? Right now I have two Festools and I have a Bosch. You've seen probably me do the video on the Bosch GET5N. Is it 5N? GET65-5. Okay. They also have a 6-inch one of these. This thing is a beast. So when I could not afford the Festool Rotex, or when I couldn't justify it, I bought this instead. And this has a turbo on it, and it has served its life. I actually bought two of these, and then I was like, you know what? I could have bought the Rotex. Like, I could have bought half of the Rotex. So, I started out with a palm sander, like a random orbital DeWalt sander. I had a Bosch sander. I had a Milwaukee sander. I will link the ones that I had down below. They got me through my first 3 years, probably. I think it was 3 years. They got me through my first 3 years. My DeWalt and my Makita are primarily what got me through my first 3 years. I don't have them anymore though. They might be up in my loft, but I'm not sure. Okay, so for my fine sanding, I use the ETS 125 REQ. And you're like, wait, what? ETS 125 REQ. And this right here has the dust extraction, but it also blows the dust out. So when you're sanding resin, dust extraction to me is very, 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 very important. Very important. That is going to give you the finish or not give you the finish that you need. I really believe that when it comes to buying tools, the tools that touch your job first, such as a circular saw, this saw right here, I bought this at a secondhand store for $25. I still use that saw. That saw touches my projects first. That saw, it doesn't matter what saw I have as long as it does that job. The tools that touch my job last, which is literally a sander and a polisher, these matter. This is why I will invest in my finishing tools. This is going to set my stuff apart from other people's stuff, right? So I really, really, really firmly believe that when you spend the money on your finishing tools and the things that touch your project last, that's going to give you that quality that you're looking for, right? Okay. So this one right here, I love the sander. I've not had any problems at all, other than my kid cracking my pad, and that's a $30-$40 fix. That's fine. And it's my fault for leaving my stuff out. So this sander right here is amazing. It goes up. It goes up. This is your speed adjustment. This is the power cord, so it goes in. Ta-da! This is your on-off. I love this sander. Second sander I have from Festool is the Rotex. This is the Rotex. It's the RO 150 FEQ. Rotex RO 150 FEQ. Okay. This thing right here is amazing as hell. Okay, so you have a bunch of different adjustments that you can do here, and it also has this spot here for your handle if you need to hold on. So you can go righty or lefty, either way, and that will give you the added. This is a beast. This has literally, like, if you think the other one with the turbo has, if you saw the video, then you saw me talking about like how drastically my sanding times have like reduced. Holy crap. This, and not only that, but I can put a polishing pad on here. It has all of the adjustments. You can put a polishing pad on here and go from start to finish all the way up to freaking wet sanding. This thing right here, I could get rid of all my other sanders, and I could primarily use this. Like, I use this for probably 80, I want to say 90, but I'm going to be generous and say 80. generous to the other sanders and say about 80%. So this does have, this is a softer pad right here. This is just so that way, like, I don't need a hard pad. I feel like if you do, then you need to go down in grits. So that's why I do that. All right, so just a couple of things that I really like about this piece is like the break. So this right here, like say you have a piece and you have to sand in a certain way, this is so easy. Like it just comes right off. It's so easy. I love that. There's so many cool features on this. All right, so say I need to remove a whole bunch of material and I have to do it fast, and you want something like a grinder, right? So this up here is going to help you achieve that. So if you come over here, you go over here, this is going to give you two different, one's for fine sanding, one is for like just material removal. So just a flip of the switch and you can go between material removal and then like coarse sanding, material removal, like getting rid of shit fast, or like fine sanding and polishing, things like that. Okay, it's so easy. It is so easy. And the difference between the two, like if you're gonna invest and you've got about $700 to do so, grab this damn sander. This will replace, this is the one, like this is the one. And I'm pretty sure the 125 is about a 5-inch. This is a 6-inch. This takes 6-inch sandpaper. I'm gonna talk to you guys about this as well. And this is very important to me, because this, it can take your Festool and turn it into a Home Depot sander. And I'm not talking crap about Home Depot, but an Amazon sander or something like your local hardware sander, okay? You cannot just use any kind of sandpaper. You can't. You can, but you can't. You want the holes to line up. You want everything to be just so, right? This is the last steps of your project. Don't skimp now. You've worked so hard on your stuff. Do not skimp now. But Festool sandpaper is amazing. This stuff lasts and lasts and lasts, especially when you're using one of these. This is, I call it my big eraser. I'll link it down below as big eraser, but this cleans your sandpaper off. So you see this right here? Let me show you. Now, you see how all that stuff is on there? Tips and tricks that I like to use when I'm sanding epoxy, because epoxy can gunk up in your sandpaper and you could just run through it if you don't know how to make the stuff that you're using last, right? So one sandpaper that I have found to fit oh so snug and just right as well is Serious Grit. I'm not sponsored by them. I found them in the process of elimination, just using every frickin' sandpaper that I could find, every sandpaper. So I like to use this as for my sandpaper storage. I will link this down below as well. I got my 80, 120, 150, 180, 220, and then these are just all randos, some some soft pads. I've got some conversion disc. This is just random stuff. But this right here is just perfect. It fits all of my 5-inch and 6-inch, I think. So this I love. This is my sandpaper storage unit. Let me tell you about one other thing since I'm already talking about this, okay? This right here is amazing. It was like $100. And one of the best investments that I've ever bought. Let me show you why. So for this right here, you're probably like, what the hell is that, Nita? Let me show you. Just let me show you. So this goes into here and it sits just like that, okay? And once you set it up, you only have to set it up once. Wait a minute. This goes back there because that's where the dust extractor goes, okay? So then this wraps around this way, And then this goes in here. I'm not gonna put it all the way in, but I'm just gonna show you guys. All right, there we go. I'm not gonna like, so I do a lot of chamfer edges and different degrees on the edges of my tables. I like my work to stand out, but if you've ever sanded a chamfer edge, oh, it is a pain. So let me show you real quick. This is called the edging tool, and this is a helper. This thing is amazing, okay? So let me bring you down. Ever made it so that way your side is like not doing what it's supposed to, as not a 90-degree angle? All right, so what you do is you turn this, right? And then you come here. Now say if you have a 60-degree angle, well then you can't mess up a 90 anymore. And you just let it go, and it works so good. I knew once I bought this, that was like the best investment. Just because it saves me hassle in trying to do the guesswork and what is this and is it right? Like, and then it doesn't line up, and this is perfect. This is perfect. So this is the edging, I think it's the edging. I'm gonna put the name of it right here, and I'm gonna link it down below, okay? Best $100 I ever spent, promise. Best. All right, and taking it off, like most of the time I'll just leave it on, but I'm doing some sanding right now, so I'm going to take it out. All right, so as far as my setup goes, I have the Festool Clean Tech 26E. I love this thing. So anything I plug into here, when I turn it on, my dust extraction turns on as well, as long as this switch is to auto. Now, if I just want it to turn on, you put it on here. This controls how much it sucks, and this just turns it off. That, like, I always research before I buy, especially if I'm doing a hefty buy. And the sanding system that I have was a hefty buy. The Clean Tech is amazing. The one thing that I did figure out about that extractor is that the bags were pretty pricey. So as far as the bags, it's dusty because I don't use them no more. I was buying these, and you get 5 of them. They were expensive. They were pretty pricey. And I don't like waste. If you follow me, you know I really try to reduce waste. I invested in these reusable bags right here. I love these things. So all you do is you take this, it slides off, everything dumps out of here. This slides off, this opens, and everything dumps out. I will link these reusable bags in the description, but I love them. They're a total game changer, and I've already gotten my money's worth out of them. So you can put your cord in here, but I have these sustainers that go on top that I just wrap it around because I usually use my sander probably every day. All right, so there's a couple of really cool things when it comes to Festool. And you may not know this. They do not allow markups. So if you see a Festool sander or a jigsaw or a router, anything like that, if you see that for a price somewhere, it's gonna be that price across the board. They do not allow for markups. Festool prices are Festool prices, whether it's on Amazon, Rockler, Woodcraft. I don't know if they sell those things, but Festool prices are Festool prices. I am an affiliate with Amazon, so I'm gonna put my affiliate links below, and it will help me out a tad, not tremendously, but it does help a little bit. All right, so as far as another cool thing is their sustainers. I love their sustainers. These lock, and they make them really, so like that's locked, and then this locks it to the one above it, okay? So I'm gonna unlock this, and then I'm gonna take this off, and this is another really cool. So I did go ahead and get the whole attachment set up, all of this. Here, let me show you guys real quick. All right, so I did go ahead and get all of this. This is what this contains. It contains like the floor vac, the squeegees, like all of that. I like a clean shop. I really, really like a clean shop. And these things are amazing. These attachments are amazing. I don't know. I love them. That's it. Like, that's what I have. I will link, like I said, everything down in the description below. I know I bought the DeWalt twice. I bought the Makita. I used that one for a long time. That one lasted me a year. And you figure I sand every day. So this was a very, very, very good investment for me. All right. So that's about it for now. Whatever tool you want to see next, comment down below. I hope that this helped. I'll see you guys next time. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more content of mine. Like I said, I'm going to be doing 4 videos a week. A tool, a product, as far as like a resin, a pigment, a silicone, something, a mold, a process, and then a build. Okay? So if you're interested in epoxy woodworking, starting your business, how to do it, or if you just like watching people do things and make cool stuff, you're in the right place. All right, you guys, until next time, I'm out.